Let's talk about some tips while attending an interview. Okay, so first thing, when you enter, you have a proper handshake and then you sit, right? Make yourself comfortable. That doesn't mean lean backwards or lean forwards. Just sit so that you feel comfortable. At the same time, you sit professionally as well. So the angle between your thigh and your leg must be appropriate. The way put your hand on your lap or on the sidebars of the chair or on the table, it all needs to be absolutely perfect in order to project a professional confident person sitting in front of the interviewer. So that's up to you to decide how to sit, right? Maintain a straight posture always. That's absolutely important. You can actually mimic the body language of the interviewer as well, not in a funny way, but then if they lean a little forward, I mean little forward, you too can do that. That way, if you actually mimic a little bit, not exactly what they're doing, but then a little bit here and there, that actually helps you align with the emotions, align with the interviewer's thought process, and the interviewer will also think you are interested and you are part of, you are present there in the moment, rather than the interviewer think, okay, I'll have to ask a question in a different way for this person to understand. No, it has to be spontaneous, that the interviewer must think, okay, whatever I'm speaking, this person is understanding just like that. So it's up to you to create a body language that way. Okay, so maintain eye contact always. I insist on having a proper eye contact. Do that, practice that. It has to be practiced well before we enter the interview hall, starting today. 5 minutes before the mirror, absolutely vital. Okay, smiling, not laughing, not showing your teeth all the way, but smiling. Have a little smile whenever there is a need. Not every moment of the interview you need to smile, but whenever there is a need, you can smile. That is something which again needs to be practiced in front of the mirror. Avoid fidgeting. Fidgeting is where you don't know, you lose control of your body movements, and then you keep rambling, move your hands unnecessarily. But then using your hands appropriately, in a way where you use your hand movements as a gesture when you are talking, that is actually a value addition. But fidgeting, if there is an object there on the table, a pen there, then using that just because you can't control your body language should be avoided. Hand gestures are important, as I said. Number seven, uh, interest is something which is expected from a person who attends an interview. You not showing an interest, you having a detached attitude, indifferent attitude, will actually put you in a bother, right? Be polite all the time and leave on a positive note. Okay, so always have a smile, a good firm handshake, not the one where it breaks the other person's hands, or not where you just, okay, take my hand. No, not that kind. Have a firm, appropriate handshake, and give a smile, and thank them for meeting you. So these are few tips that you need to actually think and practice, right? So unless otherwise you don't agree with this, we'll move on to the next one. Telephonic interviews. So when it comes to telephonic interview, there are few things that we need to always practice. One, find a spot in your home where no one else will walk or disturb. Get a closed environment where you have good signal. At the same time, keep everyone informed in your family, uh, not to disturb you throughout. Okay, and if possible, turn off your notification for your messages or anything. Keep yourself ready for an interview over the phone, which is just that how you behave when you are in an actual interview. It has to be the same way. You can't think that, okay, I am on the phone in an interview, I'll do whatever I want at home. But then that's not what is expected. This is an interview on a telephone. uh, to understand about you, right? There is a practical difficulty meeting you on that particular day, maybe that's why they have a telephonic conversation with you. So the telephonic conversation will have to project yourself uh, a lot better than you think. Okay, it's not just your answers, it's the environment that you provide yourself there. Okay, so and also you might have sent a resume to that organization, to that interviewer already. You might have sent some documents already to that person, right? So keep a copy of these resume and the document that you have sent ready on your desk or as a soft copy on your laptop or whatever. Keep it ready, keep it handy, so that in case if you have to refer, you are not searching for it right then and there. You already have it. You don't have to make the interviewer wait to gather your thoughts. So just ensure everything is ready. Have a notepad and a pen to note down if there is anything, and also if there is a question, write it down and wait for the interviewer to finish the discussion and then go for questions, right? So these are very important. And at the same time, if you have a landline, that's even better. Go for a landline call. The problem with the networks, we all know, sometimes calls get dropped. So to avoid that, but then obviously that's not the case. Not all of us have landlines anymore. So hence, ensure you have a clear line when you're talking to the interviewer over the phone. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, nowadays we have Gmeet and Google Meet and Zoom and whatnot. But then just before Corona, we were having conversations virtually in one mode called Skype. Skype was our friend then. So, so in all these, Google Meet or Zoom or Skype or whatever it is, whatever medium that you use, whatever software that you use to have a virtual interview or virtual meeting, there are again a few things that you need to take care, right? You need to know how to use the technology in the first place. If there is anything that is causing an issue, causing a problem, you'll have to be aware how to resolve that issue then and there. You can't expect to go for it later. Okay, okay, I'll have to cut the call now, I'll have to connect to you in another 5 minutes because I'm facing this issue is not an option. Okay, so and again, they are going to see you dress appropriately. You can't wear your t-shirts and your lungi or women casually at home. So even when you are having this conversation over this virtual mediums, dress appropriately and then present yourself properly groomed and everything. Keep your records with you again. Again, this is we are not forgetting whatever we discussed earlier in terms of the telephonic interview also. That applies here. And again, this is a place where we tend to look at the keyboard or look at somewhere else, right? That's the problem. We'll have to look at the camera, right? So that they feel that you are looking at them. That's important. So we might easily lose our focus and look somewhere else. So looking at them through the camera is something which we need to practice and which we need to be aware, which we can't forget that aspect. Okay. Again, find a place in your home which is silent and which is a little bit professionally done. Try to turn off the TV even if it is not you that who is watching. Tell them that you need 30 minutes of peace. Involve your family. Ask them to keep their phone silent if you want. See, these are important. I'm not making up or cooking up stuff. These are important. This will help in a small way, right? And yeah, as I said, have everything ready with you. Don't wait for the interview to start and then okay, can you wait for a bit? I'll go get my resume. I'll go get my documents. I'll go get something. No, keep your water. Keep your pen and paper ready. Everything near you, and then be ready. Be fully present, 100% there. Don't run around or don't tell them to wait or anything. Okay. Thanks.